Hi guys, welcome back to Crafty Dreams Studios. I'm going to be starting a new series on my channel. By the way, this is Amalia, and the new series is going to be called Wild Card Wednesdays. What that means is that on Wednesdays, I'm going to be bringing you either a craft, a DIY, an art project, could be a haul. You never know what you're going to get, but we're sure to have fun and it's sure to be crafty. So please leave comments down in the comments area whether or not you like this idea and if you like this new series. Let's get started. Today we're going to start with how to make 10 ATC backgrounds in less than 5 minutes. So let's get started. Let's see if I can do this in less than 5 minutes. All right, first of all, we're going to start by cutting our cardstock. Now, the cardstock that I'm using is 130 pounds. So it is a very, very heavy weight cardstock, which is what you want for an ATC card. Now, here is how we're going to do it in under 5 minutes. ATCs are, the size is 2.5 by 3.5. That's what the size is. So I'm cutting this down at 5 inches. And then I'm going to cut it at 3.5. You'll get to see what we're doing in a little bit. We're actually going to be creating 2 backgrounds at one time, and that's how we can get this done really quickly. So that's going to be 2, 4, and then 6 right here. Do it this way. So you'll have very little waste when you cut it this way. So we have this little piece left over, which if you're a card maker, you can do sentiment strips and things like that. Now this is 3.5 inches this way. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to turn it this way and cut it at 5. Because remember, I want the cards to end up at 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm cutting that at 5. And then I'm going to cut this one at 5 also. Okay. And then you just have this little piece left over. So these are the only 2 little pieces you will have left over. Now we're going to put this to one side. We're not getting rid of it because we are going to be using it towards the end. But we're going to move it out of the way for right now. So what we have now are 5 pieces of paper. And these are 5 by 3.5. Okay, so we're going to start with our first piece. And we're going to use distressings. I have here Peacock Feathers, Broken China, and Tumbled Glass. So let's start with our darkest color, which is Peacock Feathers. And if you don't want to get your hands all inky, as you can see, I already have a little bit of ink there, you can wear gloves, which I'm going to do just on one hand, which is the hand that's really going to be touching the cardstock. So just so that I don't get super, super inky. So we're going to start with our Peacock Feathers, and I'm going to start at the bottom, okay? And I'm going to start off over here and then bring it on. And I want to get about 1/3 of the way up. Blending as I go. There we go. So that's one color. Now I'm going to go to my second darkest color, which is our Broken China. And then I'm going to, again, start off on the outside and then work my way to the center. Oh, look at these beautiful blues. And I am bringing it down a little bit over that Broken China to get some blending in there. And then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit past 2/3 so that it can blend with the last color. See what I did there? If you think you need a little bit more, you can start on either side and blend that in. Okay, now my third color is Tumbled Glass. And again, starting off on the outside and working my way in. Blending all the way. Now I'm going to start on this side and finish it up. I want to make sure to go all the way to the top of the card. And if you notice, I was going in little circular motions, and there we go. Now, if you want one more pass of any color, you can go ahead and do that now. I think I'm going to use a little bit more of this one. To blend that in there. Oh, there we go. I think it's done. Beautiful. So I'm done with these. You know what? I'm going to get this little corner down here because it has a little bit of white showing. There we go. So I'm going to set that off to the side. I will bring them all back out at the end so that you can see them again. So I'm done with my blues. And you want to clean up your area before you switch to your next color because you don't want to, you know, get the back of your card too dirty. Remember, these are going to be ATCs, which is short for Artist Trading Cards. There we go. And then I'm just going to dry that up with a napkin. Time for our next one. And what I do is that I buy these little sponges for each color, but then I just reuse the little blending tool. So I'm just going to switch out my colors here. And let's go with these next. So I wanted to have a variety of colors for my cards. So now we're going to start with Spiced Marmalade. And it's this beautiful orange color. And once again, I'm starting at the bottom, off to the side, working my way onto the cardstock. And I'm going a little bit over 3 or 1/3 of the card so that I can blend my next color right onto it. There we go. And now I'm going to my mustard seed. And I'm starting that again off on my mat and working my way across. This is a really fast way, and I'm going to bring it back down into that Spice Marmalade of getting beautiful ATC backgrounds done super quick. And last but not least, I'm using Squeezed Lemonade for the top portion. I'm going to turn it around. Again, starting off on the side and then working my way all the way across. And there you go. Another 2 backgrounds done. Now let's move on to our next, and this time we're going with a green palette. Okay. I always like to start with the darkest color first toward the bottom. And first of all, Let me clean up my mess. I'm just using a baby wipe to wipe the color up. There, super fast, super easy. Then give it a nice dry. That way your cardstock doesn't get wet. Okay, next set. We are going to start off with our Forest Moss. Now, if you don't happen to have these exact same colors, that's okay. Just find a color that is comparable. You need a dark, a medium, and a light. So here we go. I'm going to start off over here and then work my way onto the cardstock. And it is important to use cardstock that is a heavyweight cardstock. You don't have to use 130 pound like I am. I just really like this weight of cardstock, but you should at least, I would say, 100 pound. At least have 100 pound. Oops. Medium color is going to be peeled paint. And starting off on the side, working my way. What are you guys thinking of these color combinations? Are you liking them? Are there any combinations that you like always use that are your favorites? If so, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear what distressed ink or distressed oxide color combinations you guys like. Okay, I'm going to turn this around to make it easier to work with. Again, starting off the mat and working my way. Grabbing a little more of that. This is my light color, and it is Shabby Shutters. And the reason I like the 130 pound weight is because you're really working your paper with a distressed ink. And this way, as you can tell, I have no warping, no buckling of the paper. It is looking fantastic. Ta-da! Another one done. Oh, these are coming out gorgeous. I can't wait to show you all again. Okay, we got 2 more to go. Yeah. I have to wipe my area. I almost forgot. I was going to put my paper on there. Oops, that would have been a no-no. And if you get a little bit on the back, it's not that big of a deal, but it just makes it easier to write your information on the back of the artist trading card when it's not so inky. Okay. Now this one, ooh, this is going to be a really cool combination because we're going to mix some browns with some red. So we're going to start with our dark color, which is going to be Walnut Stain. So here I have my cardstock, and look at this beautiful rich brown. Again, I'm turning it this way, starting off the mat and blending. And I'm going in little circular motions so that I can get a smooth application of the color. Next color I'm going to be using is Vintage Photo. So here we go. Starting off the edge and then going to the other end. And I am pulling some of that middle color down toward the darker color. to give it a seamless blend. Okay. Last but not least on this card, we are going to use Fired Brick. Is somebody keeping time? How am I doing? Are we doing this under 5? I'm sure you guys will be able to do it. I'm chit-chatting, so here we go, starting off on the mat and then moving on down. And then by the end, I'm going to have 10 beautiful ATC backgrounds. Have y'all ever traded ATCs? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. If this is the first time you're hearing about ATC cards, let me know that too. Oh, there we go. I'm going to add a little bit more red right here. Look at that background, ready to go. Okay, we are down to our last set. And then we will have, we will bring our trimmer back out and finish it up. Again, just doing a quick clean and a quick dry. Okay. Sorry, I dropped my card. Here we go. And this time we are going with a red and a pink palette. Look at that. So we are going to start with Barn Door. Look at that red, it's so pretty. Again, I'm starting off on the side and working my way across, blending as I go. All the way across. Okay. My middle color is going to be Worn Lipstick. Do you see how easy and fast this is? Oh, I love working with Distress ink. And then I'm going to bring that up just a little bit above the 2/3, you know, mark, because our last color is super light. And this one is Spun Sugar. So let me get, there we go. Just cleaning my finger off so that so I don't cross-contaminate my cards. So this is Spun Sugar. And it is a very, very light color. So I might have to go in several times so that it shows up and blends. Ooh, look at how beautiful that looks. Loving it. So tell me which color combination is your favorite down below in the comments. I would love to hear that I created. Okay, and we are done with our inking. Now, clean off one more time. And then just drying it up. Okay, remember I said we were going to bring our trimmer back because if you remember, ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. So now all we have to do is cut this in half, and we have 2 ATC cards ready to go. So I can get rid of my glove now. So let me just put these here first so that you can take a look at them. Oh, look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? I love the way the color combinations came out. All right, well, let's chop these up and get them ready. So 2.5, and then slice. Just gonna go down and do all of these. And then I will have my backgrounds done. There we go. And the last one. So did I make it? Was somebody keeping time? Here we go. This is what the final combination looks like. Aren't these gorgeous? And there you have it. 10 ATC cards ready to go. If you want to see what I do with these, come back next Wednesday and you will see how I created my 10 ATCs. I am joining the swap, so I'm preparing. You'll get to get a sneak peek of what I'm sending in of the ATCs. Once again, thank you for joining me today. Have a great day or night, wherever you're at.